Hey, what's up, family? Got a good one as usual for you guys today. It's gonna be dealing with everyday things like a lot of our videos. But you know how you sometimes you deal with family, friends, and coworkers. You know when somebody's telling lies or telling gossip or nonsense. Sometimes some people say and do things that just really get up under your skin. You know, you might be that person at work, be like, man, today, man, I don't want to hear this joke. I'm sick of this joke, right? Something like that. So this one gonna be touched on telling the truth. So I'm gonna title this video, Benefits of Telling the Truth. Because we don't wanna be around liars and know-it-alls, right? So you like to be around people that tell the truth. Because the truth has standards, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of the truth, one of many of the things I could say I love highly about the truth is that when you're telling the truth, it's the most easiest thing to remember. Think about what I'm saying. When you're telling the truth, you ain't got to think about what happened. You ain't got to try to conjure up a bunch of nonsense what happened. The truth is the easiest thing to remember. That's why it comes out naturally. You ever notice when someone's a know-it-all or a liar, when they're telling lies, you notice how everything with their body language tell you that they're lying? Like their eyes shift from right to left. They look at the ceiling, look at the ground, try to look at their phone. They get jittery. It's like they trying to think. They use the word a lot. Like well and which both of them is not words. And So like I said, telling the truth is the easiest thing to remember. You know another good thing about telling the truth? It builds growth and maturity. See, because you know right from wrong. So if you choose to do wrong, that's the person that's normally, you ever been around that family member or friend, coworker, whatever, right? Where here it is, y'all was 17 years old and you hearing all their lives, right? And here it is now, it's 20 years later. Let's count by 10, 17, 27, 37. It's 37, now y'all 37 years old and you walk up on this person and you hear them telling the most bogus lies. You be like, see, that person has no growth. Here it is, it's 20 years later and you like, this guy's still telling lies. You know, there's no growth there. But when you do tell the truth, there's growth and maturity because it makes people even respect you more. Because they go, man, nah, you can trust that person, man. You can see how much this person has grown, how much they have matured. They have been dealt with so many different obstacles. And every time they dealt with it, they dealt with it in such an integral way. And as always, you know I love to give y'all a word of the day. Now, I'm pretty sure I have used that word before, integrity. But I'm going to use it again. Matter of fact, it's part of my YouTube channel name, Spinks for Integrity. That's why I use that name. I love that word. If you look up the word integrity, it simply means quality of honesty and trustworthy. You know, a person who stands by their word, a person, an upright person, an honest person. You could bet, you could trust this person. Think about all the times you had to deal with somebody else or somebody had to deal with you. Tell me this ain't a great thing. Let's say somebody had some type of business they had to deal with you, right? And another person, before you even got there, your name was brought up and somebody else spoke on your behalf. They said, oh, you talking about June? Oh, no, he's solid. Nah, you could trust him. Nah, if he told you he's gonna be here at 3, trust me, he's gonna be here at 3. He's a person of integrity. He tells the truth. He's an honest person. He's a stand-up person. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing to have. See, that's growth. And that's growth that people have for a person that's telling the truth. Like I said, title of the video, Benefits of Telling the Truth. That's a great benefit when your name is spoken in such high regard because people know you to be a person of integrity and truthfulness. You know, it's like, like I said, we heard that plenty of times before. Oh, you talking about Linda? Oh, no, you can trust her. Yo, she's honest. You can trust her. It kind of brings me back to, I remember when I was a kid, y'all know how trends, they come and go all the time. So I remember when I was a kid, like in the early 80s, right? Remember this trend here? Everybody was using this word here, bond. Yo, man, word is bond. You know what I'm saying? Yo, word is bond. Yo, word is bond. I'm going to be at that place at 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Yo, word is bond, man. You got my word. Word is bond. Yo, I'm going to knock that joker out. Yo, word is bond, man. I'm going to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Word is bond. Word is bond. Word is bond. Right? He's like, I remember I was a little kid at the time, probably about 4th grade, 3rd grade, whatever, something like that. And I remember I asked my older sister, Linda, at the time, because I was hearing it all the time. Like I said, trends come and go. This had to do with benefits of telling the truth. When people use that word is bond, that was a word back in the days that meant you can trust me. My word is solid. I'm a person of integrity. That's how they used to use it, even though a lot of them was saying it and they was lying. But I remember I asked my sister at the time, because I was a kid. My sister was much older than me. I said, hey, Linda, I said, y'all be hearing people say that all the time. Word is bond, word is bond. What that mean? Word is bond. And I remember how she explained it to me. She said, oh, that's just a saying that lets people know you could trust them. That's just a saying that people use all the time, saying that they not lying. So I was like, well, why don't they just say I'm not lying then? They said, nah, that's how people talk now. They say word is bond, meaning it's solid. You can believe what I'm saying. So I was like, word is bond. What? Now think about it. It's 2023. If you hear anybody using that terminology now, you'll be like, he got to be about 45 years or older, because don't nobody talk like that no more. You know what I mean? Because I did hear somebody say that not too long ago. I was like, this guy using old terminology. But you know, things that go out of style come back in style all the time. Look at bell-bottom pants, back in style again. They was out in the late 70s. But anyway, you said something earlier too about benefits of telling the truth, babe. What was it?
Not being afraid to get caught.
Good point.
I mean, then because if they ask you over again the same question, now you are trying to think what you said from the beginning.
Like I said, the truth is the easiest thing to remember. But when you're telling lies, that means one lie lead to another lie and another lie. And before you know it, you got a compound of lies, and that be the person. They trying to remember the lie that they last told to cover the lie that they're telling now. That's a person that don't have integrity.
Yeah, like for example, if you go to court and it's a case about a year later.
Like your show, Judge Judy, prime example. How she get people all the time. When they start with the and the she always say, nah, ain't no ain't no and then they go, well, basically, no, don't use basically. Don't use basically. She chop them up every time. And then they start with the look at the ceiling, like I said. She said, no, look at me, look at me, look at me. Don't look nowhere else, look at me, because it's harder for you to lie when you're looking straight in my eyes. Now tell me what happened. And then that's when they be like, well, this is what happened here. And see, that remind me of when I was a kid. I remember me and my cousin Lil Carl went to the store, and this particular day, when we went to the store, when we only had like 10 cents. So, you know, it was a big deal back then, though. We were going to get something for 10 cents. But it just so happens, nobody was in the store, and the guy that was working the counter, he had went to the back of the store for a phone call, whatever the case at the time. There wasn't no cell phones back then. But anyway, he went to the back, slightly to the back. And when he went to the back, us being little kids, you know, 7, 8 years old, whatever, we seen our chance to steal something. It's like, that's when that tacit thing came into play. He looked at me, I looked at him, and we was talking without verbal. Tacit, that's what tacit means. But anyway, soon as that guy walked in the back, we seen our opportunity. Yo, we can steal some candy, some chips and stuff. And sure enough, we took money and we was out of the store. But what we didn't know was the owner knew our auntie where we had to go back home to. And obviously the dude had called and told her. And when we got back to the house, being that we got all this candy and chips and stuff, we ain't had no money for that. How we gonna explain this, right? So now my cousin was prepping me. Yo, this is what we gonna say. We're gonna say that we found $2. And you know, he had prepped me all what to say. And I'm like, man, I don't wanna lie, man. Because I ain't used to lying. But this is my cousin, I respect him. So he's like, yo, prepping me this. Yo, we're gonna say this, we're gonna say. So when we got in the house, little do we know, she already know what happened because the guy called her and told her. Them boys stole some. So when we got in the house, she said, hey, where did y'all just come from? We didn't realize she was asking us rhetorical questions. You know, she already knew the answers. She's seeing how we gonna respond. So she said, where y'all just came from? We was like, we started with the and the This and go way back. We was like, we just came from, we was at the store. And she's like, yeah, but where y'all get all that stuff from? And then right away he went into his act. He said, we have found $2, right, little Junior? Right? Speaking for me, right? And then I was like, and then she did a magic move, boy. She went in the back and got a belt and walked back to us. She said, now, I was wondering where y'all got, and she started popping it like that. She's like, because I was wondering where y'all get the money. Now I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Where'd y'all get the money for this stuff? As soon as my cousin spoke up again, he said, right, little joint, we went to, and she said, now you shut your damn mouth, because I can't believe a damn thing out your mouth with your lying ass. She said, you just shut up. You say one more, I'm gonna pop, right? And then she asked me, she said, now I'm gonna ask you, little joint, where y'all get the money for that? Pop, she was popping the belt. She said, now I'm gonna ask you one more time, where y'all, and you better tell the truth. And I was like, Oh, yeah, we was in the store and the guy he wasn't looking and then we took it. Right? And my cousin, you should have seen the look on his face. He was over there like this. As soon as I told the truth, he was like. So then my aunt, she said, you know what, I'm gonna whoop both of your ass. But you know what? I'm gonna tear his ass up. But with you, I'm gonna take it easy on you because you told the truth. How you gonna take it easy on somebody who's still getting a beating? But anyway, back to the original thing. Like I said, benefits of telling the truth. It builds growth and maturity, and it makes people respect you more. Like I said, even if you're on a job scene and you had a job and y'all having a conference meeting, when you're a person of integrity and tells the truth, now I'm not talking about a know-it-all, because a know-it-all, people get tired of that person. You notice why you tend to shun a know-it-all. You be like, man, I'm tired of hearing this guy mouth. You think you know everything. Remember what I always say, there's only one person in the world that knows all, a damn fool. All you gotta do is just listen to them. The more they talk, the more stupid stuff come out of their mouth. So we're not talking about that person. Even in a meeting, people want to hear what you got to say if you're a truthful person because they respect you. They want to listen to what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you another scenario about benefits of telling the truth and how these things work out for us and sometimes they don't. Even guys, we are even guilty of this one here. Now, this is an ugly one. Even guys, when we're young and dumb, some guys do it even when we're older. I remember when I was a teenager, I got with this girl who was so-called girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case, right? And guys, we known for doing this. When we get with the girl, we start really liking her and spend a lot of time with her. We do this signature move. A lot of us are guilty for. We ask the girl, so such and such, how many guys you been with before me? Hoping she gonna tell us the truth, but a lot of us guys, we can't handle the truth, right? And we be like, how many guys you been with sexually before you got with me? And the girl, she even telling a lie. She be like, what? Well, you asked me that. I only been with 3 guys, JoJo, Ralph, and Leonard, right? JoJo, Ralph, and Leonard, right? It'll be 9 months later, because this is how silly we are. We'll wait 9 months or longer later, and then we'll notice one day when we out and about, and we'll notice we see her having a long conversation with the guy when we uptown shopping. And it seems like they really know each other. Now, we'll wait till later, get alone, and ask the girl, hey, when we was uptown, I seen you talking to Lorenzo, the dude Lorenzo. Seemed like y'all was real cool, like, and I heard y'all used to date or something like that. Oh, yeah, we used to date a long time ago. It was a long time ago, though. You know, that's old news. But the guy's looking at it like this. Got your ass. You told me you only dated with them 3 guys. You never said nothing about Lorenzo. See, you're lying. You're lying, right? But, you know, guys, we could be silly. We could be silly like that. Like I said, I was even guilty of that. Being young and dumb. Wanting a girl to tell us the truth, but the truth of the matter, if she told us the honest truth, the average guy can't handle it. Could you imagine an average girl telling the honest truth and telling her man, well, you know, honestly, I've been with about 25 guys before you sexually. I did a lot of this and a lot of that. The guy, he'd be like Fred Sanford, like about to catch a heart attack. But he claimed he want the truth. He can't handle the truth. Let's get back to the original statement. Like I said, telling the truth, benefits of telling the truth. You know what it does? It truly builds growth and maturity, and it makes people respect. Just the mere mention of your name is brought up with integrity. It makes people want to be around you. It makes people want to listen to what you got to say because they know it's coming from a place of integrity and truth. You know what I'm saying? There's a great deal of benefits coming from telling the truth opposed to lying. Lying, you got to keep remembering that lie, and it's hard to remember lies. I remember I asked a guy years ago like that. Speaking of that, years ago, this guy was always bragging about this girl he was with and all these things he did with her sexually and all this stuff. Always bragging, right? He told me he did this with her, this and that. And it was like a year later, we ran into her, and I got a great memory. I ain't seen nothing. I got a very vivid memory. I remember I asked the guy again the exact things he told me. All of a sudden, his whole story changed. And I was like, yo, you didn't say that last time. You told me this never happened with you and her. Now all of a sudden you said you did? Man, you lying. You worse than the guy from Coming to America. Remember that dude, the barbershop guy? Remember they told me, he said, man, you lying. You always lying, man. Hey, you always lying. It reminds me, hey, y'all want to see another video that compares to this one? It's another video we did. It has a picture of Eddie Murphy in the jail from Trading Places. And that video is called lies and its pitfalls. Because when you're doing all them lies, people catch you in them lies. Now you gotta try to redeem yourself from them lies. And a lot of people tend to not even want to deal with you no more because they realize you full of crap, yo. But the benefits of telling the truth comes with integrity, respect, growth, and maturity. Peace.